How's it been on your side?
So yeah, I mean, we're at a pretty unique stage as a startup right now. Um, Very, very quick rundown. I hope you still kind of remember back when kind of things you identified or whatnot. We literally got rid of our entire development team that we had at that time.
Yeah, I remember
Um,
that, yeah.
yeah, there was some, because I remember like at the time you also had someone do a code review, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um,
It was not my developer themselves, but it was someone from my network that I knew he can help with that. Yeah.
well, let me ask you this. Do you recall, did you actually see the product?
Only screenshots.
Only screenshots.
They weren't
Okay, you
able to
got,
show me anything, product function.
because
No, not
there
even
wasn't any.
screenshots, mocks. And
Mocks,
the mocks
yes.
look good.
The mocks look great. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. You got a minute? You want me to share my screen so you can see it? Our dashboard that
Wow.
we built through here. Built-in time clock for timekeeping for staffing. Medications that have been missed, they're immediately alerted on the board. Everything that's expiring is displaying within here. The cool thing about this actually generates a weekly report, and it gives the provider and the management an entire like summation of what they should be working on for the next 30 days. Displays all medications that require refill, are about to expire, recently refused, discontinued, recent. You can kind of see here we've got, you can be able to toggle from facility to facility. We've got our customer success widget built in. Groove HQ works really well. We've got a quick access center that displays specific tasks that have to be completed by a certain time.
Yeah.
It actually will require an action, in this case, to actually track morphine, oxycodone, and
Yeah.
narcotic tracking. So that's built in within it.
Oh my
So
God, it's amazing, man.
oh yeah, so here if a medication was missed for a resident, so Albert Einstein, you see the blinking red light. So
Yeah.
that's how I know that meds are actually currently missed. So it draws attention to it. For the residents, just a lot of extensive activity that's been built in.
So now when we work together, because you felt that the team is not delivering as you expected. Now, did you, and I told you guys to implement those changes. How fast did you feel that those changes were implemented? Were they implemented? And did you see a change, whether in transparency or in the productivity, or at least your visibility of the team?
Right, absolutely. So realistically, after you presented the changes, in order for the changes to truly take effect, we had a major barrier obstacle that we had to overcome, and that was our lead developer at the time.
Yeah.
So even though he was saying yes, he agreed with everything he had to say, if there is no serious willingness for him to actually adopt these changes, we didn't go anywhere. Realistically, we adopted everything that you said when Sergio kind of really took the realm.
I see, yeah.
Because then it wasn't just me that was pushing the vision, but it was someone that was in lead of technology that actually believed in the exact same, approach when it comes to just overall development management. Very simple elements within it. So I think safe to say, if I were to put a timetable, I think it was probably about 8 to 9 months afterwards. Maybe, yeah, between 7 to 8 months if I were to put a timetable.
So it's not just about having the right processes, it's just about having the right person to push them within the team to get adopted, right?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think that was the biggest game changer, is that when all of a sudden I felt that everybody was on the same page, everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed.
And now after, because it's been some time since we came up with those, do you still those changes that I suggested you guys make are still valid?
Yeah, I think without a doubt there's still a lot of validity when it comes to it. I think a lot of times, it's important. I think one of the things that I'm learning is that even though we're evolving as a startup and we're entering new seasons and new phases and different scenarios, it's important to not forget the basics.
Yeah.
And I've learned this even when it comes to like process or task management with some other engineers that I've worked with. They like going ahead of themselves.
Yeah.
And by doing that, they're forgetting basics that are just as critical for us in order to usher in a new phase, right? So I think without a doubt, there's always going to be relevancy to it, hands down. I do think that what we do need is, as we're progressing and our technical roadmap is evolving, our project roadmap is evolving, we want to make sure that we're on the same track. You know, we're on the same path of progressing and not gravitating away from it. But yeah, I think hands down, there's still a lot of relevancy.
That's great to hear, man. And it's great to hear that you guys are making and implementing those processes and scaling from there now that you have the right leadership team in place.
When you find an engineer that believes in your vision and believes in the difference the product can make, you get a whole nother level of productivity and performance.
Yeah.
You know, because now I've been through it, Eris. I've seen the resumes of developers that have worked on major projects, right? But if at the end of the day, they don't believe in your product, you're only going to get a certain limit of dedication.
Exactly. You know? But the culture starts with you. And if you wouldn't have been the person that transmits what the product is about and the openness, and just like you earlier said, sincerity and honesty, then you wouldn't be able to attract those kind of people in your team. Mm-hmm. So that's where it all starts. It all starts with you being honest, being open, being very direct and being very explicit. And that drives, the right direction and attracts the right people, right? And that's exactly what's going to happen next, right? The more you can articulate properly the future plans, where you're going towards, and be able to share that with the team, the more they're going to get aligned and get on board with it.
100%. And I think what's been a very interesting eye-opener for me is when I shared this vision of Synkwise with other industry professionals, say 2 years ago, right? I was met with some level of warmth. I was met with a lot of skepticism.
Yeah.
Okay. Rightfully so. Okay. But to see now, like I've even like over the past couple months, we had updated calls where we're at, how things are progressing. To see the 180-degree shift when they used to be like, basically, because I could hear it. It's like, yeah, good luck, Claud. A lot of guys have a lot of great ideas, you know. But to see that I've kept my word, I've been through the thick and thin, and us as a team, we had to overcome some major obstacles, not just technical, but emotional barriers, mental barriers, right? There was friendships involved, a lot of relational ties. Overcoming through all of that, I think we've earned respect in a very real way. Where now we're like, people reach out to me in a whole nother level. In terms of skepticism, now they're like, hey, can we talk a partnership? Can we talk networking? How can we be involved, kind of thing, Whereas beforehand, I felt that I was the guy drinking the Kool-Aid on his own, if you understand, metaphorically speaking. So, but yeah, I've learned a lot, Eris, throughout.
And the biggest shift for that to happen was making it happen, bringing the product to life, right?
Yeah.
Because that's the difference. That turns just a dream into something real, right? Look, it's working. That's what it does. And look, we've got a few customers already, and they're benefiting from it.
We're a part of a lot of Facebook groups. Thousands of administrators and providers and professionals within the space. I think it was a very special moment, and I'll send you this video because I recorded it. But someone posted a comment, hey, what do you guys use for EHRs and electronic management solutions for healthcare? And there were some other competitors of ours that came up, like maybe 3 other ones, and then literally the next 80 posts, Synkwise, Synkwise, Synkwise. Their product's amazing. Their customer success is amazing. Like, this is it. I was kind of in shock. Like, oh my God, we're not paying anybody to see this, right? These are real customers, and we delivered a product that they are seeing so much value in. It was a special moment.
It was great to catch up with you, man.
Yeah, good catching up with you.
I'm amazed and pleasantly shocked about all the progress you guys have made.
Super cool. Thank you so much,
You
Eris.
made it happen all, man. Claude, you made it happen, man.
I take some credit. It was a team effort.
It definitely was. Thanks a lot.
Sounds good, man. Thank you, Eris. See you.
Bye.